You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on the 7th day of April 2024. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kennedy Kimani. Now, President William Ruto has finally broken his silence on the ongoing doctors' strike that has entered its fourth week. Speaking today during a church service at the Africa Inland Church Fellowship in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County, President Ruto told doctors to understand that there is a limit to what the government can spend on their salaries and allowances. President Ruto has asked striking doctors to resume work and accept what the government has offered to hire intern doctors. The striking doctors have maintained that their strike will go on until all their demands are met and announced that they will organize another march on Tuesday this week to advocate for the fulfillment of their demands. As Alice Diana now reports, the medics have been calling for posting and fair remuneration of medical interns.
After jetting back to the country from his international visits to Ghana and Guinea-Bissau, President William Ruto has today weighed in on the ongoing doctors' strike across the country, asking the medics to make realistic demands.
Verse number 10.
While saying the government values the work doctors and interns play in the health sector, the president, who spoke at the AIC church in Eldoret, where he attended a Sunday service, pointed out that the country cannot continue to live beyond its means. He stressed that the country must manage within its available resources instead of resorting to borrowing to pay wages.
I know we have a situation in Kenya with our doctors and interns. I want to implore on them that it is important for us as a nation to agree that we must live within our means. We must live within our means, fellow countrymen and women. We cannot continue to spend the money we don't have. And I am telling our friends, the doctors, that we mind about them, we value the service they give to our nation.
The president explained that the government has offered to pay a stipend of 70,000 shillings each for 1,500 interns for 1 year, after which they would be employed.
The resources we have are only sufficient to pay 70,000 shillings for intern doctors. It is not a salary, it is a stipend for only 1 year, and then they will be employed. And we want all our doctors, all our doctor interns to be taken in, and that is why we are going to spend the resources that we have to make sure all the 1,500 plus or minus doctors, all of them are absorbed at once, and we have the resources to make sure that they are absorbed at what we have offered as government.
However, in a quick rejoinder, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union (KMPDU) have said they will not backtrack on the issue of salaries. In a statement released hours after President Ruto spoke, KMPDU SG Davji Atela stated that what they are asking for now is what was agreed upon in the 2017 CBA after compromising with the government's request at that time. The striking doctors, who downed their tools since March 14th, said they will on Tuesday hold another march to advocate for the fulfillment of their demands. Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Alice, for that report. Now, still matters strike. President William Ruto has told off striking doctors over demands on salary increment and interns allowance, saying the country is struggling with a huge wage bill. The head of state has said the country is spending 1.1 trillion shillings every year of the 2.2 trillion shillings collected on payment of salaries and wages. President Ruto has said that Kenya's wage bill is at 47% against the recommended 35%, noting that the country needs a conversation so that those who earn salaries are responsible for the reduction of the wage bill.
We are going to have a conference on the 15, 16, and 17 in Kenya so that we can discuss our wage bill as a nation. Because we are spending 1.1 trillion shillings every year to pay salaries and wages. of the 2.2 trillion we collect. It is way above what we should be spending. We are spending 47%. Our wage bill is 47% of our revenues. It should be 35% according to the law. So we are way above. So we need a conversation so that those of us who earn salary must be responsible. And we can progressively reduce our wage bill so that we can free more resources to create jobs for our young people, to make sure that we can fund our healthcare, to fund our education, to fund our development. That is a conversation we must have as a nation.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has assured Kenyans working and living abroad that the country is secure and the economy has recovered. Addressing over 400 members of the diaspora community in Kigali, Rwanda, on Saturday night, the Deputy President urged Kenyans living abroad to invest in the country and purchase the government's affordable houses. The DP also stated that there is political stability in the country.
From the onset, I wish to mention that the Kenya Kwanza government has a vision for the diaspora, which is to bring you to the center of our policy, programs, and initiatives beyond the discourse of remittances. As a government, the security and safety of all citizens is our foremost commitment and most fundamental obligation. That is why I stand here proud to see you all and to confirm government's deliberate efforts to provide structures and systems that protect your welfare and rights, and also to work with you and support you to harness the immense potential of Kenyans in the diaspora for the socio-economic development of our great country. I can also confirm that the government has expanded digital provision of public services to encompass 14,000 services, and it is our commitment to ensure full digitization, which has not only enhanced efficiency and integrity in the provision of government services, but also improved revenue collection. In addition, some of these services have been taken closer to the diaspora through the mobile consular service exercise that we rolled out and has now covered 22 countries and served over 9,000 Kenyans abroad.
Away from that and to some sad news now. 4 people were killed today in a fatal road accident after Nairobi-bound Ken Silver bus rolled at the Nithi Bridge, black spot on the Meru-Embu Highway. According to the Nithi County Police Commander Zacchaeus Ngeno, those who succumbed included 2 female passengers, 1 male passenger, and a minor. 8 other passengers were seriously injured in the Sunday afternoon crash and have been admitted to Chogoria and Chuka hospitals. According to the police boss, the cause of the accident was yet to be determined. Quite unfortunate. Now, crossing borders now, and Rwanda's President Paul Kagame today led commemorations to mark 30 years since the 1994 genocide that killed more than 1 million people. President Kagame said the conditions that led to the genocide will never be allowed to exist again in his country's politics. Over 100 days, starting on the 7th of April 1994, Tutsis and moderate Hutus were systematically massacred by Hutu extremists led by the Rwandan army and a militia known as the Interahamwe. The International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, which was set up in Tanzania in late 1994 to try the masterminds of the genocide, closed in 2015 after convicting 61 suspects. More prominent suspects have since been caught after decades on the run, and Rwanda's own internal justice system has handled another nearly 2 million cases. Rwanda's President Paul Kagame and his wife led 37 visiting leaders at a red-laying ceremony at a genocide memorial in the capital Kigali that contains the remains of some 250,000 people.
Many of the countries represented here today also sent their sons and daughters to serve as peacekeepers in Rwanda. Those soldiers did not fail Rwanda. It was the international community which failed all of us, whether from contempt or cowardice.
TV Newswatch is now time for a short break, but after this break, I'll be back with the sports news. Stick around.
In order to keep hope alive in the airwaves, Hope Media has a couple of initiatives. Friends of Hope. Friends of Hope is you and I forming a team of well-wishers and volunteers who give in cash and kind to support in spreading the gospel at Hope Media. Currently, Hope Media is running a campaign under Friends of Hope dubbed 100 for 1. Through the campaign, Hope Media is asking Hope FM and Hope TV listeners and viewers to give just 100 shillings in order to reach one more soul with the message of hope and the gospel. Engage with us on our social media platforms at Hope FM Live and at Hope TV Kenya. Kuwa rafiki mso leo.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Cynthia.
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Did they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcasts?
Really? Even which of the what?
Yeah. I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the channel that brings you hope, entertainment, and inspiration. We value you and would like to serve you better. Talk to us by scanning this QR code on your screen or go to our social media page at Hope TV Kenya and click on the survey link by the name Hope TV Survey. It will just take a few minutes but means the world to us. We value your feedback. Hope TV, look and live.
Welcome back to some sporting action now, and Eldoret Sports Club's James Chirchir carried a remarkable round of 41 points to claim victory in the Division 1 category of his home club's leg of the 2024 NCBA Golf Series. The Handicap 11 golfer shrugged off stiff competition from fellow clubmate Joseph, whose equally commendable 38 Stableford points at the end of play secured him the runner-up position in the category. Moving on swiftly, and the KCB RFC has shifted its focus to the Enterprise Cup tournament after losing out on the 2023-2024 Kenya Cup title to Kabras RFC in the cup final played in Kakamega. The Bankers will tackle Catholic Monks in the round of 16 at the KCB Sports Club Ruaraka on the 20th of April. KCB last won the tournament in 2017 after defeating Kabras RFC 27-23 in the cup final. Now to a story that most Arsenal fans will want to watch and listen. With 7 match days remaining for the 2023-2024 English Premier League to come to a close, the 3 top clubs, which are Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City, are fighting tooth and nail to be crowned champions. Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz and Leandro Trossard were on target as Arsenal powered to the top of the Premier League table with an impressive 3-0 victory at Brighton. Meanwhile, a wonderful Kevin De Bruyne double, including his 100th goal for Manchester City, helped the Premier League's defending champions to a 4-2 win at Crystal Palace. Well, just an update of the English Premier League. Liverpool against Manchester United, the game that most Arsenal fans were waiting for, finally ended on a 2-2 draw, meaning that Arsenal still remains at the top of the Premier League table, and Liverpool following close by at the second position, and Manchester City at number 3 in the Premier League table. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time for Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the whole team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani.